Hey everybody, it's Tiati, aka your girl Code Peace. In case you're not familiar with me, I am a portrait photographer in Los Angeles, California. I specialize in portraiture and small business branding photography. And today I want to tell you about the time I picked up the camera for the first time. I've often had people ask me about it, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. It really wasn't anything special, but like we always say, you've got to start somewhere. Um, so the first photo shoot that I ever did came about because a friend of mine thought I was really great at taking selfies. This was back when I had a Motorola flip phone, and I used to take mirror selfies and post them. There was no Facebook back then. It was MySpace. So I guess it used to get posted to MySpace, and also a social media site called CPixel, if anybody is old enough to remember CPixel. So the person who asked me to do a photo shoot for them was someone that I had worked with at a bank call center. And this person was always a really creative person, and even though he worked at a bank with me, he was also managing musicians and doing other things on the side. Side note, he is actually full-time now with his own music company, so shout out to Benoni. Basically, he had an artist, and he said that he really needed photos taken of him so that he could promote him. And I was like, "What? I want to take pictures." And he was like, "I love your pictures that you post on MySpace." And I was like, "My mirror pictures? Like, is that what you're talking about?" But I guess it is what he was talking about. So I was like, "Well, I would love to do it for you, but I don't even have a camera. I just have my cell phone." And so he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. My girlfriend has a camera and you can use hers." And I was like, "Great." So I've never even touched a professional camera at this point. I've only worked or used point and shoot cameras and the kind that, Polaroid cameras. So we show up the day of the shoot, which was that weekend, and he pulls out the camera. It was a Canon. I can't remember the exact model, but I'm sure it was in the Rebel line. And he's like, "Here you go." And so I had to take a minute to figure out how to turn it on, make sure it was actually saving photos when I was taking it. So I just slapped that bad boy into auto mode and got to work, basically. I instantly turned into some sort of director or producer because I was just like, "Yeah, sit here, put your arm there, do like this, look at me like this." And he was a rapper, so we did a lot of the very stereotypical poses. We were also shooting on a old railroad track, which I know now is a no-no. Don't do that. Don't ever shoot on railroad tracks. So we did the session, and then I was like, "Okay, so now what? Now I gotta edit the photos. What do I know about editing photos?" Nothing. I didn't know anything about anything. But I was able to go online, and I found this like online editing software called, what was it called? Photopea. And it was like a free version of Photoshop almost. And so I, edited the images to the best of my ability, which I had no ability at that time. But basically until I just thought that they looked good. And when all was said and done and I was finished with the images, my friend was over the roof. He thought they were amazing. And I was pretty darn proud of myself, actually. If I can find it, I will insert a photo here. And that would have been my very first photo shoot. This was in the year, I want to say 2006, in Las Vegas, Nevada. And after that, I was pretty much hooked. Like I was like, oh, I want to do this all the time. So the as soon as I got a little bit of money together, I went out and bought a cheap DSLR camera. It was a Nikon D40. That was my very first camera. And I bought a lens that would be good in low light. So it was a 17 to 50 2.8. And I worked with that body and lens combo for years and years and years. And I'm all self-taught, so there are a lot of stories of things going crazy and things not working out the way they should. And nowadays we have YouTube, right? You can learn anything on YouTube. But in 2006, not so much. So it was a lot of trial and error and seeing what worked and seeing what didn't work and just hoping for the best. So I hope I can find that photo so I can show it to you if you've already seen it, because I was able to insert it. Tell me what you think. What did your first photos look like? Anyway,